let me put something else on the table here that we haven't touched on tonight. And, you know, some people feel, and I'm seeing it as you are on social media, I'm sure, that what's happened tonight is just the fact that there are people who will just not accept a woman in that job.
You know, and I honestly, I have to disagree.
Me too.
I do not believe that this is people saying, I couldn't possibly have a woman in this role. This is so much bigger than that. This is about, and I will say it because I have literally nothing left to lose tonight, is that this is literally white supremacy's last stand in America. This is it. This is what this looks like. This was black people being pushed out of rallies. This was a young boy with cerebral palsy and having his wheelchair kicked and being brought to the front of the line. I mean, this is hatred on a level that we have not seen since Jim Crow. So we want to talk about whether Hillary Clinton is likable, whether it was about emails. No, we underestimated as Americans how deep our hatred was of the other, how deep white, uneducated Americans felt about the demographic shift. We underestimated that level of insidious-like hatred. And what you had was a man who went around, he stoked every fire, he lit every bridge, and just open the floodgates.
How do you reconcile that with President Obama's 2 victories and his high approval rating? I mean, it may be that there are people who can't accept a woman as president, but given American history, I have to say that obviously prejudice against black people is a stronger force than prejudice against women, and yet Barack Obama was able to surmount that. Hillary Clinton was not.
We saw this.
There's something more than just that answer.
There is not just more than that. And that's the problem, is that we want to have conversations about everything other than what is facing us. We want to have conversations about Hillary Clinton's emails and whether or not she used a server, but we don't want to have conversations about gerrymandering and redistricting and who can vote and who can't vote and closing polls early and judging, like, and then the Supreme Court gutting the Voting Rights Act. Like, we want to have conversations about everything under the sun except what is facing us. Because what is facing us, we don't want to believe is true. And tonight, it is telling us that America, they started planting these seeds with the birtherism back in 2007, back in 2008, with the Tea Party. We watched them weasel their way into Congress. We watched them weasel their way into the governorships. We saw this happening, and we wanted to have conversations about everything else. Even just now, we're having conversations about, well, he's talking about the white working class and, you know, these people that are being left behind. They're being left behind because the system was rigged for them to succeed, for decades.
President Obama